Hi guys, it's Athene, and this is Reese, and today we're going to be talking about RNG. And I know by saying that we already lost like I think 50% of the viewers because we used the word RNG, and if you don't get what RNG is, you go like, yeah, this is not the kind of video that would be interesting for me.
It's a bit like LSD, and it's really good. We highly recommend it.
So what is RNG? I don't know even why I used the RNG word because it's very...
Everyone in gaming just uses RNG, like, even though it's not really that great of a term, it's like stands for random number generator, right?
Yes.
But people used it as a term just like they would say randomness. They would say like, oh, it's RNG. Like I got RNG'd when they are lucky or unlucky.
I'm gonna say, when you have that arena match or that Hearthstone match, or whatever game, or that League of Legends match and whatever, and then you just like, you die in a situation where you really go like, but man, I should have fucking won. This is really unlucky as fuck. Let me tell you something, that shit ain't nothing compared to the RNG you are like exposed to in your life. Just the fact that you are born where you were born, you already got RNG'd. You know,
True that.
Already got RNG there.
The fact that you're able to watch this video,
you already got RNG there as well. The fact that you can use the internet, you already got RNG. You're already part of the, the winners on the planet.
Let's straight up go to the confrontational side. The fact that it's you able to watch this and not some kid who's dying on the other side of the world. That kid got fucking RNG'd, and you came out on the lucky side of it.
When you have that kill death ratio of 5-1 and you go like, yeah, I'm really good, I'll tell you one thing. Just the fact that you are born where you were born already puts you, like already gives you a better kill death ratio, because there is other kids dying that might as well be you. Like, I don't even know if we can say it like this.
Strange.
The thing is, it is important to realize that everything is RNG, everything. And then you might say like, you might be sharp and go like, if everything is RNG, then why even care, right? Everything is RNG as well. Why care about skill? It's all RNG anyway, right?
Well, you'll find a correlation that when you don't give a shit and you don't try, you'll not meet very favorable odds.
The thing is, I love to compare it with poker. I really love it to compare it with poker. Poker is a card game. You guys know that. You get cards, and depending on what cards comes on the table, you can calculate out the odds that your hand is gonna beat the opponent hand. Although, since more cards are drawn, the other guy can suck out. He can get the cards that will beat your hand. Just to give you an example, let's say you have 6-6 in your hand, the guy has 7-7. On the table comes 7-6-6. So you have quad 6, right? He has 7-7. You beat his hand. There is still 2 cards to come on the deck. We'll just put it very simple. The chance for him to win, like depending on the amount of players that are on the table, like it's what is it, 145 multiplied by 144, because there is only 1 7 in the deck that he has to draw in order for him to actually beat your hand. It's a very small chance, but it can happen. Let's say you go all in on the flop with your 6-6, with your quad 6, and he draws a 7 and he beats you. You might say like, man, the guy beat me, I shouldn't have gone all in.
Right.
Same with aces. Like, everybody understands that aces are, ace is the best hand in poker pre-flop. If you go all in with aces and you lose your hand, you didn't play your hand bad. You actually played it perfect because you got all the chips on the table when you were in favorite. Life is exactly the same shit. You can come up with the best idea in the world. You can come up with the new Windows, the new Apple, the new Google, the new fucking Tesla car. But if you have RNG against you, it could fuck you in the ass. And then the other guy comes with the same thing, another place, another time, has the randomness go for him, he'd become a billionaire.
Right, so what you're saying is that if you really apply all the logic that you can and all your insight that you can, and you play the best hand that you can, to put it like that, then in life, you shouldn't look back at it if it went wrong, for example, and say like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. No, you should have, because it was still the best.
You cannot be outcome dependent. There's another word. There's outcome dependency.
So like you can be outcome dependent, which we'll use as the term for, you know, you're attached. And you can be result oriented,
yes.
which is like just practically you're shooting for certain results. Doesn't mean that you are emotionally outcome dependent and will beat yourself up over the fact that if it didn't work and everything like that. Yeah.
So you're result oriented, but you're not outcome dependent. Outcome dependency is one of the worst things ever.
Yeah. In any way.
Yes,
in life.
indeed. And the thing is, like, I really like when I play Hearthstone, everybody in the chat is outcome dependent.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. I'm result oriented. My result is trying to get legendary, which I do get. People in the chat, their way of looking at it is outcome dependent, whether I lose or win the game.
Right, and when you lose, they will laugh as if you, like, even when it's not the case, as if you did the most stupid plays, you know?
And when you win, it's like, yay. And the thing is, like, maybe I'm even a bad player. If I win, I win. Same with, like, the world championship of poker. The winner can sometimes be a scrub that just sucked out like crazy. Same with people that win the lottery. They go like, yeah, man, like, when you play lottery, even if you win, you lose. And you might say like, but what are you saying now? Because you put your money when you're behind. Playing the lottery is the most stupid thing in the world. For each dollar you put in the lottery, you actually lose 40 cents, I think. It's like 40% or something. Right. Depending on where you play in the world, you will have a smaller, so basically only 60% of the prize money goes back to the people. So every time you play with $1, you're actually losing 40 cents. You might say that, but the guy that won. No, even the guy that won actually lost. When you're outcome dependent, he won. But when you're result oriented, he lost big time. So that's why you're not gonna play lottery if you wanna make money. You're gonna play aces when you wanna win poker. You're not gonna play 7-2 offsuit. There's cards you're not gonna play, there's cards you are gonna play. And depending on, like, of course, your skill or whatever, you're going to, you know, you're gonna try and adapt, and in the long run you're gonna win. And that's the thing with life. You can do a bet, you can invest your time in a project that has a lot of potential and still fail. On the other hand, you can invest in something that really is crappy and still win. And it's not because you won or it's not because you lost that you're a loser or a winner. I think it's a very big issue with society.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's outcome dependent in this world.
Yeah.
Everyone.
And it blinds you from so many options. It makes you think a lot more emotionally as well. It makes you approach situations so much less logically.
That's why you have so many gamble addicts. Well, I can't understand why you can be a gamble addict. It's because people are outcome dependent. They win once and they go like, yeah, I win. They play the jackpot. They play blackjack. Blackjack, unless you can card count, but you can't card count anymore, or jackpot, playing jackpot, those are games that you're always in disadvantage. You will always lose money. On the other hand, poker is a skill game. I know there's people right now in the chat that, like in the comments, that are gonna say that's not true, poker is gambling as well. That is bullshit. It's not gambling, it's a skill game. I turned $5 into more than $300,000. Statistically, that's almost impossible. I played 3 million hands, right? On a course of 3 million hands, making $5, $300,000, that is, I think we're talking about Big Bang, freaking astronomically small chance for that to happen. You need a level of skill in order to do that. Certainly when you take into account that there is rake that goes to the poker side.
Any professional poker player will be an example.
But there's still people in the chat that are gonna go like, no, that's not true, that's not true. You are full of shit. The stats are not on your side. It's mathematically incorrect what you're saying. Being outcome dependent can also make you delusional, like literally delusional. And I can come with facts. I can say like, I turned $5 into more than $300,000. There's still people gonna watch, maybe played poker, lost a lot of money, and go like, no, that is not true. You just got lucky, you're gonna lose it all once, like even though we're living from it right now. So I think it's very important for people to be aware that you can really go through life and make decisions and really get the wall on your face even though you made the right choice. If you know the entire world is outcome dependent, people will judge you based on your results, based on the outcome. They don't care about the road, they don't care whether you did it right or not. They will base you on the outcome. And if you're aware of that and you go through life, you can really like disconnect you from the validation of people, because the validation of people means nothing. Like most people are very simplistic. It's like perfect example what we do. I think that's a perfect example.
Yeah.
We have had so much shit from our family, from everything, for what we do. Hey man, you guys should start working, you guys should start making money, this and that. It's only when we were on the television that they came to us and we're like, damn son, I didn't know that, that's cool. Because we were on the television. I say television because television loves to lie, but either way, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't even matter, like, whether or not what we did was right or wrong. We were on television, that's the outcome. We have established ourselves as, you know, successful or relevant, and suddenly what we do matters because the outcome shows that we matter, even though along the way we have all the time done what we believe is right. And that is a very important thing because it can be a big stimulator for you, even if you fall on your face, to keep going. Learn from your environment, try to be rational, try to be structured, and keep moving forward. And if you fall or whatever, don't let the outcome dependency of your environment pull you down, because their meaning most of the time means nothing. It's really like, it's gonna sound very cruel what I'm saying, but people's opinion most of the time, not all the time, most of the time means jack shit. You know, people don't care about you, like, they care about outcome. If you suddenly win the lottery, you will be the biggest guy in your town while you didn't do shit. Nobody goes to a lottery player and say like, hey, you were dumb to play the lotto. If someone wins the lottery, he's dumb to play the lottery in the first place. But if you go to someone that played the lottery and won and you say like, you were dumb to play the lottery, like, people will just go like at you and go like, hey, are you fucking crazy? He won the lottery. No, he didn't win. He lost because every time he played, he was putting his money on the back. And the thing is, like, to me, that is also something, when I say disconnect, I cannot wrap my head around it. I cannot wrap my head around doing things. It doesn't make sense to play the lottery. For me, it almost creates a disconnect in my brain, to say it like that. I don't understand that. That's also why I stopped making poker videos and I stopped focusing on it, because most people, I'm talking about more than 90% of my viewers, were losing money because they weren't listening to what I said. This doesn't make sense. I really had to learn the hard way that most people don't make sense, and it's really crazy. But the thing is, like, when you think about the odds, it's very important to be aware that you cannot be outcome dependent. Everything is RNG, man, like everything. Where you meet your girlfriend, where you meet your boyfriend, where you meet your friends.
In a sense, it's a very profound thing to be aware of, because it allows you to reach almost a sort of like a Zen-like meditative detachment from the outcome, where you just accept the RNG of reality and you just do whatever you can do, whether it brings its results or whether it doesn't. That's almost secondary. You're just being a good person, and you do that to the best of your ability, and that's who you are, and that's what you do, and that's what matters. So
yeah, it can really enrich your life like crazy. This is not just like, we can give examples all day long, but it's important to be aware of that, because it can really set you free in a sense of immediate results. You can just, you know, like, oh, I'm doing what's right. It really allows you to be more hardcore. Like a lot of people came to, for example, a perfect example is Hearthstone. When I was playing, people were saying from the get-go, you won't hit legendary with your own deck. The reason why I achieved it is because I know that in the long run, I'm setting the moves that are ahead. Like, I know that. Like, I'm very statistical. So I know I'm gonna hit it. Even though it might take 1,000 games, it doesn't matter. I know I'm gonna hit it. And I did. But I'm just saying, like, people that are outcome dependent might play and just get stuck at rank 20 and just quit, you know? When they wanna hit legendary, they just say, I'll never hit it anyway. So yeah, it really allows you to be extra hardcore.
life is better when you believe in RNGs.